everyone. So today we are going to do a hip mobility routine as you guys kind of voted on. And what we're going to do is begin in the 90-90 position. So go ahead and sit down. You're going to have the front leg bent to 90 degrees. The back leg is also going to be bent to 90 degrees. And what we're going to do is we're going to rock forward and then we're going to rock like towards the back knee. If you can do this without your hands, try to do so. But if you can't, I want you to kind of catch yourself where you need to instead of falling and then shift to the other side. You probably won't need your hands for here, but you could like pull on your leg to get yourself a little bit further if you need to. So without arms, it looks like this. Lean, lean. So you're going to be leaning over the front knee as well as the back knee. If you need your arms, control as much as you can, catch, control. Slow it down, try not to collapse. Gonna do like 5 more. It is hot today here in Arizona, and I am trying to film this early, but it's still already like 100 degrees, so if I turn into like a tomato during this, that is why. Hopefully you live in a cooler climate. 2 more. So I love kind of beginning with this to work on hip external and internal rotation. Just kind of like loosen things up, get things moving. So let's do the other side. Remember that front knee is bent to 90 degrees, the back knee is also bent to 90 degrees. If you start to have any knee pain with any of these exercises, especially the 90-90s, you can alter the angle of the knee so you can either bend it in more or you can kick it out. And you can either point or flex the foot and see if that changes things. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. I don't even know how many that was. Let's do 2 more. One more. There we go. All right, now what we're gonna do is some hip IR pullovers, and you're gonna begin on your back. Your feet are gonna be a little bit wider than your hips, and your arms are gonna be out like this to the side, and you're gonna pin them to the ground, so then your shoulders don't move, it's just your legs moving. So here, arms here. Cross one leg over the other, pull that knee to the ground, all the way if you can. Feel that stretch, come back up. So you're pulling into internal rotation, and you're also stretching your hip flexor, your quadricep, and your sartorius. We're gonna do roughly 10 of these as well. Since this is pre-recorded for all of you, you can go ahead and pause this if you want to do more reps. If it feels good and you feel like you're getting a lot out of it, go ahead and do that. We'll do 3 more. I'm trying hard to get my knee down, but I'm not even getting all the way down. Last one. Okay, other side. Same thing, cross over, pull that knee to the ground. I'll show you a different angle so you can see what it looks like from the side. Here, I'm pinning those arms down, so the movement is just happening at the hip and kind of the spine too. Remember to use like this foot as like an anchor to really pull that knee down. So apply some force downward. Let's do 3 more. Last one. All right. Next, we're gonna do a version of a hip car. So we're gonna do a long sitting hip car. So this one's kind of hard. It's gonna be challenging your thoracic spine and obviously like your pelvis too. So if you need to put your arms down, you can do so. You can put them behind you or kind of just figure out what works. But if you can do it without your arms, that's what I want you to do. So you're gonna sit up nice and tall and you're gonna lift one leg and then you're going to bring it to the side without dragging it on the ground, and then slowly and gently place it down. And then you're gonna lift up, kick back around, come back to the neutral position, place it down. And we're just gonna do that one side right now. So I'll show you from the side. Go ahead and start doing it with me. So your lift, you're gonna have to lean, keep it up, gently set it down, lift up, around. If you can not use arms, great. If you need to use your arms, just like that. These are all like really classics today, but we're gonna start kind of progressing some of these too. And you'll see in a second. All right, woo, quad cramp. And that happens a lot when you do mobility work, especially like active mobility work. So just embrace the suck, embrace the cramp, and make sure you stay hydrated. Let's do 3 more. Last time I did these, I remember like my hip was really sore, my glute. Last one, a big truck just went by. And other side. So from the front, you're here, try to be as upright as you can. If you need to use your arms, you can kind of use that to help you stabilize. And remember, you're gonna be going to the side and like leaning. I have not found a way to stay completely straight. You kind of have to offset the weight that's going that way. Physics. Really try to control it. Up. Woo! Up. 3 more. Two more. Woo! Let's do 1 more. Burning. Woo! Okay, now what we're gonna do is like a lizard to an active hamstring curl. So, show you what that looks like. You're gonna be in a half kneeling position, so one knee down, other leg forward. Hands are gonna start out on the ground. Push this back hip towards the ground without arching your back. And then you're gonna walk your hands out as far as you can, and then you're gonna stay in that position while we do this exercise. So, we're gonna try to work on lengthening the hip flexor and maintaining that position. So you're just gonna stay there, and then, whoo, got another cramp. Love that. Welcome to Arizona. Woo. Okay, so back here, keep that hip down. They did teach us in like the FRC class that it's best to not try to like come out of the cramp, because as soon as you go back into the exercise, the cramp will come back on again. So they were like, you just gotta like push through it. And I just tried that and it actually works. So just a little like side note. All right, so the goal with this one, and we're probably gonna do like several more, is to keep this hip low to the ground as you bend the knee. A lot of people will do this because they don't have the hip extensibility to maintain this position, myself included, but that's why we're working it. Nice and slow. 3 more. 2, 1. Okay, other side. Show you from the front. So, the lizard position here. So your foot is outside your hands, you're You're gonna walk your hands forward. Oh wait, I just did that leg. All right, this way. Walk it forward, maintain that hip towards the ground position, and then try to bend the knee. If you cramp, let's all try that same strategy and just keep pushing through it this time, okay? I promise we're gonna get through it. Woo. Show you from the side. We have like 10 more. These like quicker ones, I'm trying to do like between like 15 and 20 of. Keep that hip low to the ground. And it doesn't matter if you point or flex your foot, so whatever position feels more comfortable to you, doesn't really matter to me. Woo. 5 more. 1. We got this. 2. 3. 4. Woo. 5. Oh man. Okay. Let's work on lengthening that hamstring for a second since it just cramped a lot, at least on me. Let's be in a half kneeling position, and what I want you to do is toe is going to be up towards the ceiling. You're going to keep your back straight, hinge forward, and then put your hands down. So from the side, looks like this. And you should be feeling it here. You might even feel the sciatic nerve, which is completely normal. If the nerve is kind of bothering you too much, you can point the toe away from you. The most important thing here is to keep your back straight. Almost really like exaggerate this position because you have to put your pelvis in an anterior tilt to really get a good stretch on the hamstring. Let's hold it a few more seconds and then let's do some active movement within this position so we can learn how to own these positions and build some resiliency. Okay, so now we're just gonna do like a hinge, deadlift, RDL. Keeping the back straight, squeeze the glute at the top, down, up. If you need to hold on to something, that's fine. Down, up. Remember, you can point your toe towards the ground if you need to. Down, up, down. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I know the music kind of kicked on a second ago. It's probably better than just like hearing me talk though. The whole time. Last one. Woo, feeling that. Okay, other side. Leg out in front. It's gonna be obviously off to the side a little bit. And the first thing we're gonna do is toes up towards the ceiling. Back is gonna be straight or exaggerate the arch. And then you're gonna lean forward and hold that position. Arch that back if you can. Toe towards the ceiling if you can. If the nerve is really kind of irritating you right now, point that toe away. If you can't touch your hands to the ground, I didn't discuss this on the other side, you can always just like go here, or you can grab onto something like parallettes work really well, yoga blocks work well, the couch works well, chairs, pretty much anything that you have that's like this height. A few more seconds. Keep going. We're almost done. All right, now let's do some mobilizations. Up, squeeze the glute at the top, hinge. Choose your toe position. Try to keep that back straight. Think about shifting your hip backwards as opposed to like leaning forward. That's a key little element there. Feels really good. I feel like I haven't even stretched my hamstrings in a very long time. All right, couple more. Hopefully it's loosening up for you. Mine's loosening up. 3 more. Woo. 2 more. Last one. Okay, let's do some pigeon rollouts. So I used to call this the world's greatest pigeon rollout. Very long name, but like it's similar to one of the positions of the world's greatest stretch. But now I call it just a pigeon rollout. So your hands are here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move this inside hand outside of the foot at the same time that we bring the knee towards the ground, and you kind of like lean forward and then come up. So it's like almost like a push-up and up. You shift all of your weight to the side. You should be feeling that piriformis stretch, the outer part of your hip. It's okay if you don't touch that knee all the way to the ground. Do whatever your hip mobility will allow you to do. And hopefully it starts to loosen up and you get further and further each rep. 5 more. 2, 3, woo, feels really good. 4, last one. 5. Okay, other side. I'll show you from this angle. All right, start hands inside the foot. You're gonna move that inside hand out, bring the knee to the ground, bend the elbows, kiss your foot if you can, or kiss the ground. Ooh, this hip's a lot tighter. We're gonna do about 10 of these. If you have a lot of sciatic nerve tension, if you feel like the electrical stuff going on, the burning stuff going on, I would definitely recommend doing these more often, as well as the one that we just did before it, the hamstring one, because those also mobilize that sciatic nerve. 3 more. 1, 2, last one, 3. Okay, we're gonna go into a pancake position. We're just gonna do pancake reaches. I'm gonna go this way. So, as wide as you can go with your feet, start with your toes up towards the ceiling. Keep your back as flat as you can. So you might only move this much, which is fine. You're going to try to keep your back flat and slide out as long as you can keep your back flat. Once you find your in position, hold for a second, let go, come back up. So there's an active component. Here, slide, keep those toes up, let go, come back up. Again. Try to get a little bit further each time. Let go, come up. So this is building some of that resiliency at this in range or your in range. So right here, you just hold it, and then you come back out of it. Straight back. Woo. You can point or flex your feet, doesn't matter. That's not the focus here. You are all doing great. I'm sure I'm the one that's sweating the most though. Maybe we should do one of these like an IG live one of these days, or a Zoom so I can see everyone else. 2 more, we got this. Up, last one, let's try to go all the way. Go, hold it, hold it, hold it, and up. Okay, now what we're gonna do is one more stretch and then we are done, okay? So let's do a quadricep stretch. We're gonna do like a version of the runner's quad stretch, which is usually done in standing, but we're gonna be doing it like in supine or seated position. So you're going to put your foot outside of your butt, like this, but it's almost like right under your butt, like on the outside, and that's where you start, and then you bend this other knee. And then you lay back. So you're using this foot that's on the ground to prevent yourself from rolling this way. So it's gonna keep you more upright to be able to stretch that quad a little bit better. Let's just breathe into this position. If you have knee pain with this one, feel free to do it standing. I just feel like I can let gravity help me get a little bit deeper if I do it this way. But I don't have knee pain with it, so if you have to modify, you have to modify. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of it. So you can just roll your side this time if you want to get out of it. So you don't have to like awkwardly do a sit-up. Okay, from this direction, you go right here. It's very close to my butt, but a little bit to the outside. Then I put this here, even maybe a little bit out, just to make sure I can push through that foot. And then I slowly lay on my back. If I didn't push through this ground, I would do this and my pelvis would rotate. But doing this allows me to really square up a little bit more. I actually feel this in my foot on this side. Try to relax. If you're super stiff, you could always just like do this too. I'm sure you feel it just doing this. Yep, I feel it just doing this. We have about 10 more seconds. 5, 3, roll to your side, and then go ahead and sit up. Okay, so that's it for the hip mobility class. Feel free to do this as much as you want to. We just did one round. If you have more time, you can do another round. And then I'll do another voting for the next time. So maybe we'll do like a shoulder or a spine so that we can mix it up a little bit. I hope everyone has a great day and stay cool.